All right, so Mr. DeWalt,
Yes, Your Honor. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Thank
So
you, Your
we're
Honor.
waiting for the bonds person to call,
Okay.
so they should be calling shortly.
Yeah, I got a text from my legal assistant. It says bond company is going to restore bond. She talked to Bianca. They got
All
off.
right. So if you can have them fax that over or give it to me quickly, we'll take care of it. And then I'll give you a reset date. Is this something that's going to be worked out, or you all need to look some more into things?
I believe we're working on it already, Judge. Mr. DeWall was conferring with Travis on the previous court date. And I think there's an agreement in anticipation that involves the defendant re-registering. So I think we're just waiting on that to be worked out and the case will be resolved.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to recall this for August 21st.
There's a sister.
All right. And Mr. McMillan, that's going to end up being at 9 a.m. If you're not here at 9 a.m., we're not going to do this again. You understand? All right, so I'm just waiting for the bondsman to send over the documentation, then we'll take care of it.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Well,
Yes. Oh, you got a copy of them wanting to reinstate the bond? Oh, if you could bring that. See, the sister was making things happen.
and that's, Your Honor, can I just?
Sure.
ask a question?
Sure.
And that was my concern with the council,
Mm-hmm.
is that on the day of court,
Mm-hmm.
because I had already moved that my connecting flights I hadn't missed.
Mhm.
I called Attorney DeWatt's office several times that morning to reach out to him,
Mm-hmm.
and I spoke with his clerk, or whoever her name was. She was very hurt, not showing any type of empathy or whatever. So I watched your Zoom all that morning
Mm-hmm.
to find out when my brother was going to come up.
Mhm.
And when he did, and his counsel wasn't there, and I was wondering how come he hadn't reached out to me so that I could tell him that Carlton's phone wasn't working, and I was gonna send an Uber to send him, but he needed to have some type of contact because he just got released off of hospice. And though he can do certain things, sometimes he'll get a little confused or.
All right, let me ask you this, because we're going to take care of everything. So
Your Honor,
they're
may I-
telling me, just 1 second, Mr. DeWalt, they're telling me that they may end up working out something. Has he registered since then, since he's been out of hospice?
We have not heard from the attorney at all.
All right, so no. He needs to register. So this is the thing. Now everybody is on the same page. We're going to start over at ground zero. So you have Mr. DeWalt's number, is that correct?
Yes, I do.
All right, so Mr. DeWalt, they're going to give you a call. And Mr. DeWalt, do you have their information?
Your Honor, if I may,
Yes.
I was there on Thursday. I recall because I was there on another client as well. It was Jessica Gonzalez's birthday. I saw the 5-year sentence you gave him. I stayed there and I received a message from Angela stating, yes, Mr. DeWalt, we got the message. We're running late. We will definitely be there today. But I waited and waited. And then I also called her again at 12:58 p.m. as I was leaving the court after lunch. And there was no voicemail. It just went straight. You couldn't leave a message.
Mr. DeWalt, I know you were here because I write everything down. And what I can tell you is when attorneys are not present and I issue a bond forfeiture and have somebody remanded without bond, I will write defense attorney not present, defendant not present. And usually when a defense attorney is not present, I try to get them here because I don't like to do bond forfeitures if the defense attorney is not here. But that being said, here's the thing. We're just going to start over at ground zero.
Okay.
So where we're starting is YNLS. His sister brought this to me. They've asked that the bond be restored. So I'm going to sign off to have the bond restored, and I'll note, and I note on the sheet that you did come on the day, but you came after court was over. So that's on the docketing sheet. So I know that.
When
So
did
I'm
I
gonna
come
ask
when the
that-
court was over?
Pardon?
When you stated I came when the court was
No,
over?
no. I'm saying the defendant did. When we had recessed, he came, but we had already recessed for the day. So what I'm going to do is I'm recalling the warrant. So, and I'm asking that the bond be reinstated because they want to reinstate the bond. We're going to come back on August 21st. Going to get him, you don't have to write it down. We're going to get him a reset form, and you're going to have to be here at 9 a.m. If there's something up with his medical, because you told me he's on hospice, if there's something up with his medical, if you can work with him to have him appear by Zoom, he can appear by Zoom.
Oh,
Okay. So,
because that would make it would be better for me, because I'm flying all over and this didn't.
okay. All right. We'll do. Mr. DeWalt, your client can appear by Zoom.
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm not trying to interfere in attorney's negotiation, but since your attorney is on Zoom and the state was here, my understanding is that the state wants him in compliance with his registration. And you can talk to Mr. DeWalt about how that's done if your brother doesn't know how to do it. All right.
That right there seems to be the glitch of whether it's 10 years or lifetime.
Okay. All right. So you have Mr. DeWalt's number. Mr. DeWalt has your contact number. So we're going to do a reset for August 21st. They're going to recall the warrant in the back, and he's going to sign the reset form, and then he will be free to leave. And I'm putting in the file that he's allowed to appear by Zoom. All right. All right. Is there anything else?
One last question, Your Honor. I got a message from Angela. Is that Angela in the courtroom?
I'm sorry, Miss. Excuse me, Miss. What's your full name?
Venus McMillan Brown.
Oh, it's Miss Macmillan Brown.
Who is Angela that I got a call from yesterday?
He wants to know who Angela is.
Angela is my sister-in-law's granddaughter.
All right. So,
Can I get Venus'
Mr. Macmillan,
number?
just one
You
second.
have my number.
Mr.
Your clerk called me on Thursday morning to tell me that Carlton was to be at work. I mean, in the court as she
All
called
right.
me at 7:30.
So, Mr. Macmillan,
My number.
Mr. Macmillan,
Yes, ma'am.
are you okay with your sister speaking with Mr. DeWalt?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. DeWalt, if you stay on, this is our last case for today. So we're going to start back over at 9. And Mr. DeWalt, I'll keep you on so you can speak